Hi, I'm Nick, and I run Amazon Bound, where we help talented job seekers to interview effectively with Amazon. If this is something that's of interest to you, please feel free to subscribe to our channel. In today's video, I will discuss the differences between the leadership principles, ownership, and dive deep. At first blush, these leadership principles are largely synonymous. They're almost interchangeable, but there's a fair amount of nuance between them, and by explaining to you what that is, you will be better prepared to determine what interview response to use in order to answer an ownership versus a dive deep leadership principle questions. So there are three overall scenarios where dive deep relates to ownership. The first scenario is the most classic one, where demonstrating dive deep also means demonstrating ownership. In this case, you are assigned the problem, you perform dive deep analysis to understand what the root cause of the problem is, you eliminate the root cause, you resolve the problem, therefore you demonstrate overall ownership, and you achieve a positive outcome. Therefore, any accomplishment that lines up with this case that I outlined would equally demonstrate both ownership and dive deep. In scenario number two, you could demonstrate ownership without demonstrating dive deep. Let me give you a few examples of that. In example one, you could be a team manager who owns a problem and is tasked with resolving the problem successfully, but you assign going deep and doing the dirty work and analyzing what's wrong with the issue to one or several of your direct reports. You don't bother to dive deep and analyze the issue. Other people on the team do. Therefore, you could be a good owner of the topic, but you really haven't demonstrated diving deep. Another example where you could demonstrate ownership without demonstrating diving deep is if you are an individual contributor who owns a deliverable of some kind. You are an owner of some kind of a process, and you reliably deliver against that deliverable and process week in and week out, but you don't really bother to understand what drives the process and is there a better way to deliver the final output. You just follow the process as it has been outlined and commissioned to you, and you don't try to understand how you could potentially improve the process. This again is a case where you do demonstrate ownership and deliver results as a byproduct, but you do not demonstrate diving deep. Then the third scenario is the scenario where you could demonstrate diving deep without demonstrating ownership. This would be the case where you own the issue, you identify the root cause of the issue, you dive deep, you continually execute, and you deliver a final output that resolves the problem at hand. But also in the process of resolving the problem, you find out that there are other related issues that also need to be fixed. These other related issues, however, are outside of your area of responsibility. And you just stop there. You say, you know what? It's not my business. It's not my job to fix this. I'm just going to check the box of delivering against this output, resolving the issue, and I will move no further. This is a case where you clearly demonstrate diving deep, but you don't demonstrate ownership because you ideally need to rise above and try to fix these other related issues that need to be resolved, even if they are outside of your area of purview. So I hope that these three scenarios of how ownership relates to diving deep have been helpful. If that's the case, if this is helpful, please subscribe to our channel, please ask us questions, and best of luck with your upcoming Amazon interviews. You've got this. Bye.